Yo, what is up, NPL fans? Shad here, coach of Bayern Munich, and welcome to NPL Season 6, Week 7. Man, time flies. This week we're up against Jolt from Etoka Minorities and his Toronto Staraptors. Jolt is a fantastic friend of mine, really good friend of mine. We did the top 30 draft league players video together. Hopefully we can do more, make more videos like that together. And commissioner of the NPL, so you know, the overlord, and just not argue, definitely one of the best draft league players out there. There's no shadow of a doubt of that. So definitely gonna be a fun match. I think I know Jolt relatively well, and he knows me relatively well, so that's always fun. But yeah, as always, make sure to check out the first of all, make sure to check out Jolt, as I said. Fantastic player, fantastic dude in general. Love the guy, even though just don't tell him I said that. And very good commentary as well. So make sure to check him out. And the TTM channel has a lot of stuff offering for you. Then make sure to check out the NPL links in the description below. This includes the YouTube channel, the Twitter, and the new fan server, which I will hopefully don't forget to put in the description. So you can go there and support the Bayern Munich, which would be lovely because I have the most fans right now and I'm gonna keep that up. Anyway, and of course, a big shout out to all the graphics artists and whatnot. Those links will also be in the description. And yeah, that's after 1 minute 30 of saying absolutely nothing. Let's actually get into this matchup. So, I don't have to mention it. It's going to be the case pretty much every week. I have a bad matchup. Hello, surprises. My team is bad. So, I have a transfer that I will hopefully don't forget to mention at the end. I probably will, let's be real. If I do, then I will mention it next week and everything will be great. So, my team stayed the same though for now. And Jolt's team, Megalovania, Ladias, Zurmel, Nidoking, Metagross, Ferrothorn, Mandibuzz, Electros, Mismagus, Gastron, Talonflame. His Z-move users being Ladi, Meta, and Talonflame. So, very scary team. He has a lot of fat and he has the offense. He has Megalovania, which is the best Pokemon to ever exist. This is a fact, you know. I guess Rufflet exists too. They're tied. Let's be real. They're pretty much tied. But Rufflet is, of course, yeah, you know, Rufflet wins. Yeah, he has a lot of scary stuff. Just gonna go quickly over what I'm expecting and what I'm not expecting, because I have like more thoughts on this team than I have usually, or than I had usually for other weeks, because there was too much shit that could be brought, and I think I have more clear thoughts on this matchup. Basically, Megalovania is definitely coming. It's a Megalovania. It's coming every fucking week. I have things for it, but I don't have so much to the point where he's not bringing it. Like I don't know if there is a team that has enough for the point where Megalovania isn't coming. I just don't think that's a possibility. I have Tangrowth for that. I have Skarmory, but even Skarmory, if he sets it on Adamant and Speed Creep my creep on 20, he can 2-hit kill me after rocks if I'm not lefty, so that's not good. Tangrowth can get worn down by his team. He has baits that we'll get into in a second. And yeah, it's a Megalovania. It does things. It's scary. Ladias, I am leaning towards a Qual mindset. If not, then it's gonna be a bulkier, like a Yachi Berry variant for Mega Metachan, because his team absolutely gets dismantled by Mega Medi. So you're gonna see Yachi Berry coming. Zurmel, either Choice Band or Belly Jet, because Belly Jet kind of duggies on me, and I'm not sure how I'm gonna deal with that. But I do have Manaphy, which might scare him off bringing a Belly Jet variant, but not a bad one, of course. Nidoking, I don't think is as likely as a lot of other things on his team, mainly because Nidoking is there to be a wall breaker. That's what it does. And my team doesn't really have walls that he needs to break with Nidoking. I have a P2, that's the fattest thing I have, and Nidoking can't touch that unless he wants Focus Blast, and it's Jolt. Jolt's not running Focus Blast because he's gonna fucking miss. That's how it works. So yeah, I think I know Jolt enough to a point where I'm expecting to not bring Focus Blast, Nidoking, or the infamous Blizzard Megalovania, which I fought in one of my mocks. Thank you, baby Eric. So yeah, I don't think Nidoking is as lucky, because he just has better things, I think, against my team. But that being said, it is not something I can count out, because there's nothing I can count out. Metagross, I am expecting Sub-Zero Slammer, the Ice Punch Z move, just because that's a fantastic bait for Tangrowth, and also destroys Torrent. I can also see him bringing Acid Downpour instead, because that hits Tangrowth on the special side, and I'm very likely to bring a Fizz F1. So It's not bomb, of course. So that could be a thing as well. So that's, I'm definitely expecting Z Metagross. I think it's 100% in my mind, and I'm going to try to scout for it as best as possible. So next up, Ferrothorn, I think is possible. It's not bad against my team. Like, it deals with some things very effectively. Has some pivot around Tangrowth. So like, it's not bad at all. It 1v1s Memo most of the time. Can help with Mewnich depending on the set and whatnot. So, you know, it's a good Pokemon. Also Tyrantrum, of course, and Raichu. So Ferrothorn's cool. Mandibuzz, not too sure. Like, it does things, but also doesn't do things, because like Medicham Tweet kills it. Raichu's a Raichu, Tyrantrum is a Tyrantrum, Mamo is a Mamo. Like, my offensive threats just beat it. Manaphy doesn't care about it too much, honestly, depending on the set. Torrent can be a taunt variant and beat it that way. And like, it would mainly be a stall break. I can see like a stall breaker variant of Mandibuzz, but everything else I just don't think he needs it for my offensive threats, because most of them just destroyed. Electros, I can definitely see coming, just because Torrent is a threat and it just beats that or deals with that relatively effectively. Maybe like a Rocky Helmet variant even to catch my Newton and stuff like that. And just in general, Electros is an annoyance to every team. I despise facing. It's like my least favorite Pokemon to play in anything ever. Fucking hate it. Miss Mages, I'm not sure. Like, it doesn't have a bad matchup at all against my team. It means I can't just spam High Jump Kick and Megamedi, because he has a fucking ghost sitting there. And it helps with P2 and stuff like that. But like, I don't know. Like, Drapion is just sitting there. It doesn't have a bad matchup against him either. So Drapion just doesn't care about it. So, you know, I don't know. It's possible. Also, Torrent doesn't really care. So yeah, it's possible. Gastro, I think it's relatively likely, because as long as I'm not adamant Life Orb or like Choice Bandit Memo, you can switch into that somewhat effectively. Emphasis on somewhat. If I were to bring like Rest, Rain Dance, Manaphy, it deals with that. Not particularly effectively, because it's gonna take forever, but it can. And it helps. Tyrantrum can't really do much to it unless I, you know, go for Outrage. I don't want to do it when he has two types and a fairy in the back. So yeah, it's possible. Also needs a Rapidash, of course, which is actually a pretty big threat to his team in my opinion. Shut up, fucking spreadsheets. And then Talonflame, which I have answers to it. It's possible. I don't think it's a bad matchup at all, and deals with Tangrowth and stuff like that. But I don't know. It's kind of similar to like Nidoking's Mages, where I think he has other things he can bring. So yeah. So like, more lean towards his first 3 Metagross, and then adding 2 fat Pokemon, maybe replace one of those with another fat mon, something like that. But yeah, this is long. Let's get into the team that I'm bringing, if my laptop sets to cooperate. It does. Oh, beautiful. Love it when my laptop does that. So why am I on Tangrowth? Let's not start with Tangrowth. Let's start with Erigor the Torrent. And let's just close my spreadsheet real quick. There we go. And as you can see, we bring a leftovers 20 with regen, of course, Hurricane, Knockoff, Heatwave, and Taunt with a very specific EV spread. Now, this spread allows me to outspeed Latias, guaranteed. This also allows me to outspeed if he wants to creep down. If he wants to, like, oh wait, no, it doesn't. Yeah, it does. If he wants to creeping Latias, I can, with this Megalopony, I still outspeed that, and I can plop it with Hurricane, and everything will be great. So like, you know, kind of put that there, just in case he wants to be a little cheeky and I can fuck him up, because I think that's possible, because he might, you know, want to go adamant lop, and yeah, that's possible. So like, you know, that's just a kind of little niche thing there. This spread means I can beat Latias 1v1 if it's a bulky uninvested Calm Mind variant, which I think is fairly likely, because he wants it to be bulky for Megamedi, definitely. And I don't get tweet killed at +1. I can taunt it, I can knock it off, Hurricane it, and all that stuff. It's gonna be great, and I'm gonna be a happy camper. Bring it in range for Mammo's Ice Shot or Medi's Bullet Punch, and then just go from there. Torrent is also just a huge annoyance to this team, because it's a Torrent, it's what it does. It can help me check Nidoking, can help me check pretty much everything. Massive Mages as well, it's a big thing. Like, it's Torrent, it does its job. What the fuck else am I supposed to say? Heatwave for Ferrothorn, Metagross. I really want U-turn, obviously, because it's a Torrent, U-turns around, blah blah blah. But these moves are much more important. I think Taunt is absolutely crucial against this team. Not only does it help me with Latias, it also helps me with Mandibuzz, so I can 1v1 that thing relatively effectively. And yeah, so yeah, lefties are important, because that means that spread actually does something against Latias. So next up, the wall of all walls, Stevie 1 of Tangrowth, which is actually doesn't have agenda, whatever. Rocky Helmet, Regen, Giga Drain, Toxic, HP Fire, and Lead Seed Fizz Dev with a little speed investment in case he wants to have no EVs on his Azumarill speed. You know, that's just a little thing there. Or if he decides to like creep me with Gastron for some reason and plop me with offensive Ice Beam / Sludge Bomb, that's possible. So there's that. And the thing deals with Megalovania, it checks Azumarill, it checks Metagross, and that's pretty much all I need to do. It also obviously helps with Gastron, but you know, that's a given. And yeah, it's pretty much all it does. It's a Tangrowth, it's gonna drop Leech Seeds. Toxic is obviously there for the what's the face? Manabuzz mainly, but just Toxic and thinking Latias as well. It's another big one. Is gonna be very, very important. If he's like a Sap Super Azumarill, which I faced in one of my mocks, Sap Super Belly Drum it is, I can Toxic it and then still lose, but hey, at least I tried. So yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. Like Rocky Helmet for the Megalovania, and like, what I'm saying in my team analysis part, when I talk about his team, is I feel like he's gonna try to bait this with his Metagross. So there might be a time where I have to switch in a fucking Mamoswine on a Metagross. We'll just see how that happens, because the Ice move or the Poison move are both very likely. Memo can take those, you know. Obviously P2 is there as well, but you know, just the thought that Mamoswine might be my Metagross switch at some point is pretty funny. So, and outside of that, this thing just walls Metagross barring like a Sludge Bomb variant, which is possible, but not very likely. So, I'm gonna get into talk a little later, hopefully I don't forget. Next up, we have Duct Tape, the P2 Violet, Analytic, Tritech, Toxic, Foul Play, and Recover with a V-Spread. That means I can beat Metagross and Nidoking, basically. Not gonna go too much in depth because that's what it is. Foul Play is very good against team. It does around half to Latias, depending on its set. It basically always breaks its sub unless it's like Cobra, I think. I don't know. It does a chunk. Even if he's at Calm Mind, I do consistent damage to him, unlike Shadow Ball, so that's cool. It also obviously hits the Metagross for a ton of damage, even if he's Assault Vest. Like, you know, obviously Shadow Ball wouldn't do much, but Foul Play does a million still, and that's beautiful. It also does consistent damage to his mages if he is Calm Mind. So, also Talonflame, I can hit that for damage if he's like SD. So that's all fine dandy. This also deals with Talonflame to some extent. It's one of my better checks to it. I initially had Drapion in this slot, but I realized I lose to Talonflame, so it's like, it's just slap on P2 there. Because it also somewhat deals with his mages and other stuff, and Latias, like stuff that Drapion was supposed to help with, not deal with, just help with. So yeah, Toxic once again for his fat shit that isn't Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn hard walls this. I'm fully aware of that. Don't tell me. I'm aware, but I felt as though these moves are more important. And yeah, Tritech for stab because it does damage to a fair amount of his team. Analytic over anything else because damage boost for Foul Play is really nice against his Dark Weak thing. So yeah, the calcs look good. I love Analytic P2, it's probably my favorite one. So yeah, this is that. And now we get to the two things that just kill his entire team. So first up we have Nam the Megamedi, you know, Metamite, Pure Power, blah blah blah. High Jump Kick, Zen Headbutt, Ice Punch, and Bullet Punch. Max Attack, Adamant, 204 in speed and 52 in HP. I don't remember what speed was for. I think it was for Nidoking, because that would make sense. I think it was maybe for Nidoking creeping something. I think that's the case. I don't know. It's been a while. I'm old. I forget things. I'm also really tired. Don't blame me. Shut up. I'm the worst. His switch-ins include. That's it. He doesn't have any. Nothing. His entire team gets straight 2 killed by this monster. Like even Latias even gets 2 killed by her jump kick if he's not defensive. So I think it's just an absolute monster. I'm bringing Adamant because I want to bring the fucking pain. And he's not bringing max speed Nidoking because I think that would outspeed me. Yeah. So yeah. I initially was gonna bring like a really bulky Megamedi to like take hits from Megalovania as well, but I felt like I need the speed more than anything. But you know, maybe I should have brought some more bulk, but like I said, Ice Punch for the Latias, and Bullet Punch was a toss-up between that and Fake Out, but overall I think Bullet Punch is much better, as if Latias switches into like an Ice Punch, I can then pick it off with a Bullet Punch, while I wouldn't be able to pick it off with a Fake Out, obviously, because it's not the fucking first turn out. So yeah, that's pretty much that. And next up we have John Babe, the Memo, then on the Wall Breaker, Life Orb, Thick Fat over Oblivious, just because there's a Talonflame and I'll be able to take a hit from that. I think that's it. I think it's the only reason. I don't expect, like, he doesn't have great taunt users, especially not against fucking Mammothwine. So, like, maybe just Talonflame, Mandibuzz, and I don't think he's gonna risk Talonflame against my Mammo when I could have like a rock move, which is entirely possible. So, yeah, Thick Fat is for that. Then rocks, Ice Crash, Earthquake, Ice Shot, pretty standard stuff. Adamant max attack, and then speed for something. I think, yeah, Adamant Metagross, that's the one. Because I don't think he's gonna be jolly. If he does, then oh well. I want the power just because Latias is a threat, Megalop is a threat, so Ice Shard is nice for that. As I want it to be as strong as possible, and more importantly, Adamant Earthquake 2-hit kills Fizz-Dev Gastron while a jolly one does not. So yeah. As that also, I think it ensures like a 2-kill on Talonflame if he's defensive, something like that. If he's like fully Fizz-Dev, which I don't think is happening, but just in case, that is pretty hot. So, yeah, risking a little lack of speed here with my wall breakers, but I think that's fine. And last but not least, we have the Zazzle Special. This is my set. My buddy Zazzle Ironflesh Gaming, last week's opponent, threw this at me in DMs. I was like, oh, hey, this is actually pretty fucking good. Because I was lacking as, you know, clear-cut win con, and he threw this at me and was like, hey, this is pretty fucking good. So we have Taka the Silv-ally with the Life Orb, RKS system, doesn't matter. Return Crunch, Flame Shot Sword Sense, Max Attack, Adamant, 16 speed, and 96 in HP. This thing just wins late game. He has a ton of priority, I'm aware, but I'm a Silv-ally, I'm bulky, and on top of that, I don't think he's gonna bring that much of his priority. I don't think he can bring all of them, especially. And I believe that I can at least get rid of at least one or maybe two of them. And of course break Talonflame's Gale Wings. Is that thing you can say nowadays? I think it is. So he doesn't have Gale Wings anymore, he doesn't have priority. So that's all fine and dandy. At +2, +1, this thing kind of just wins. I need to weaken Mandibuzz, so one of my main goals is going to be to get out rocks with Mammothwine, definitely. Other than that, I think I need some chip on Ferrothorn. I think some chip damage on Metagross. And then the thing just kind of goes, and Gastron of course, and then the thing just goes ham. This is a very, very strong set against him. If I bring Flame Test plus SD, if I get those two up, then it's fucking lit, as the kids say. And I believe that with these two monsters in the back, I can definitely weaken, and the Rocky Helmet from Tangrowth, plus the Toxic on that, and P2, plus the Leaf Seed. They will be able to weaken his team enough to the point where Silv-ally can actually clean up late game, and in its spoilers, last game for the Bayern Mewnich, actually fucking do something. So that's the team. I'm gonna pause and we'll get into the game because it's been fucking 18 minutes without anything happening. Hooray! Okay, with the game, and as you can see, Jolt decided to bring Megalovania, Mandibuzz, Latias, Talonflame, Metagross, and Ferrothorn. So double bird, double steel, I guess triple bird because Latias is definitely a bird. So a little bit surprising there, I think. Like this is not like a weird team, but I think I would have expected something else over maybe Mandibuzz, but I don't know. I think this is a very, very expectable team in that sense. There's nothing crazy. There isn't, I don't know, just a team of Gastron, Mismagius, Electros, Nidoking, and Azumarill. Like the 6 he didn't bring. 6, 5, whatever. That was a much weirder team. So, you know, this definitely makes a lot of sense. And nothing I need to mention, really. I'm just going to give him my Taunt T because it has a good matchup against everything. It can taunt his rock setters. He's going to be Metagross. I'm going to pause him already. I'm going to click Knockoff because this is what I said in my team builder. This is going to be a Z-move user. I'm absolutely fucking certain of that. I want to find out if that's actually true. Maybe I'm wrong, but I want to see it 100% confirmed right here, and I know that he's not clicking at turn 1 against Taunt T. Also, if he's like Choice Bandit, I can knock it off and then live the Meteor Mash and be fine, or the Ice Punch even, and that's also fine. But if he's a Z Crystal, I will find it out right here, and I'll go be in a good position. I don't want to taunt in case he is Choice Bandit and just knocks me the fuck out. That's not a thing I want to do because there's also Ferrothorn, which could easily be a rocker. So I'm gonna get Knockoff, find out whether he is Z Crystal or not. As you can see, he is Z Crystal because he had an item in Team Play. He's like no item in it or some shit. So you get those rocks. That's fine. I'm gonna go into my P2 right here, knowing that I don't have to give a fuck about the thing, and he does nothing. So right here, not a play. That's a word. Play. I wasn't sure. I was really considering clicking Toxic. Obviously, like that's not a godly play. This is just a play. but I feel like I needed my P2 bulk healthier. I was fairly sure he was gonna switch, because he doesn't know what I have. Like he might think that he sees that I don't have download or trace, so he knows about analytics, and he knows I'm going to do a ton of damage to him with whatever I go for. Now, Toxic was definitely a play, but as I said, I need to keep this thing healthy, so I'm just going to click recovery instead. If I were to click Toxic, man, that would have been great, but, you know, that happens. And I'm going to go into my Torn-T and just take the Toxic to the face or a knockoff, but no, he goes for Taunt, and that's unfortunate because now I can't taunt him. However, I'm going to go for knockoff because this is one of the things I need to weaken. I need to get rid of the things leftovers recovery, order for Silv-ally to sweep. As you can see, he is leftovers and he Toxics me. Really unfortunate. I would have loved to Toxic this thing, but, you know, as it turns out, I'm just going to go for Hurricane this turn, trying to get some damage off. As I said, I need to weaken for Silv-ally. As he goes for foul play, that's fine, I have an attack advantage, but he crits me. So, not the biggest deal, but it definitely sucks because now I can't taunt him on the following turn, and prevent him roosting up, which I would have done otherwise. I would have, you know, taunted and then switched accordingly. However, as I got crit, I cannot afford to do that because I'll die to Toxic, I think. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna have to switch out of here. That's unfortunate, but I'm gonna make the switch into my Mewnich because maybe Memo would have been a better play, just to get a rock sword here. But if he were to predict that, because he was still at a good amount of health, and go for the foul play, that would have taken 1,000,000. And Mewnich, since pure power isn't calculated into foul play, would have taken less. Would have taken, I think, like 40 something percent, 40 to 50, something like that, 45 to 50, I think, and that's acceptable. So. But I make the offense switch into Medi, and Ice Punch to it kills this, and Ice Punch to it kills Ladi, and it just kills everything. So I'm gonna click Ice Punch as he goes into Drag the Ladias, and he is of course the Archieberry as expected. But this damage tells me he is bulky, so I can take a Draco. He obviously isn't Life Orb, so I'm gonna be able to shoot Draco. I do that, and I'm gonna knock him out with the Ice Punch. Now, there was a good chance that he was actually slower than me. I didn't expect it to, but you know, he wasn't like fully offensive, I'm pretty sure from one side. So yeah, knock out the Ladias, and we're up 6-5. Now, he brings in Talonflame, and I don't have much for it. Talonflame is a massive threat to my team, and I want to break his Gale Wings, essentially. And I can't let him set up an SD for free. That's just fucking suicide. So, Medi isn't necessary anymore. I have Memo, which can break Mana Buzz. I have Memo that can also help with, Ferrothorn. Torn-T helps with it. Tangrowth has HP Fire. Silv-ally has Flamethrower, so I'm not too worried about that thing. And other than that, against offensive threats, it doesn't do much because Metacross could very easily have Bull Punch. I think it's going to. And Megalovania obviously could very much, and is very likely to have either Fake Out and or Quick Attack. So, I'm just going to Headbutt here as he goes for Lewis. And as you can see, Mega Matchup doesn't give a fuck if it's burn. Just going to do a clean 51% to this fucking bird because what is a burn? So, at this point, I click on Jump Kick in case he wants to go into the cheeky Mana Buzz or Roost, but he goes for Brave, but that's his better play. And now we're going to Mammoth Swine. This is an interesting play, as I could very easily go for Rocks right here. And Rocks are really, really good against the team. Ladius was a potential defogger, so, and Mana Buzz, I think, or he has shown all 4 of his moves. If it hasn't, yeah, it has. It has Roost, Toxic, Foul Play, Taunt. Yeah. So, it doesn't have defog, so Ladius was probably his defogger. And if I get Rocks here, they're there to stay. Mana Buzz is going to get weakened, and Silv-ally is in good position. However, if he goes for Lulwills right here, I cannot kill him anymore. And then that thing becomes a massive problem to my team. So, what I decided to do, just to make sure that this thing is gone, since I was certain he was going to stay and either Will-O-Wisp or attack me, I opted to go for the Icicle Crash. Now, in hindsight, obviously, going for Rocks would have been better, but I think it was a bit of a toss-up play, so, you know, going for Rocks and an Ice Shot would have been better in this situation, but it all works out. I guess I would have preferred to get a Rocks, of course. So, Talonflame goes down, 5-4, and he brings in Lopunny, and this is a Telegraph double. Telegraphed double? Yeah. I should be able to see this coming, but I don't, as you will see. And I just go to my Tangrowth. This was a very good play in Jolt, and don't get me wrong, very, very good play. But I definitely think it was foreseeable to some extent, so I think I could have just gone for Rocks here and been the man, but I don't because I'm bad. So, as you can see, he pulls double into Ferrothorn as I go into Tangrowth, and I'm gonna go back into my Mammoth Swine because I'm expecting to either go for Toxic or Spikes. However, I'm dumb, and obviously Knockout is gonna be his play to get rid of my Rocky Helmet, and Mammoth Swine goes down. So, it was intent of me getting up Rocks, but it failed miserably, and it's 4-4 again. So, Now I'm going to go into my tornado C. I'm just going to click the save heat wave button, get some damage off, or potentially, I don't think I kill it. No, just get some damage off. As he goes to Mewnich, it's a clean 16%. Oh, beautiful. And I'm gonna fire off a hurricane here, get some more damage off. I think because now it's in range for Silv-ally at +2. As he goes for toxic, trying to catch my P2 on the switch in, but no sir. And this turn I'm gonna play him like a fiddle, go free taunt as he's trying to roost up. And Mandibuzz is sitting at 57%, and my Torn T is still alive. So, that's all fine. I'm going to fire off a Hurricane here and get some more damage off on a thing or on anything on this team. I don't think Megalovania is going to appreciate or want to switch in, but he goes in the low pony on the Torn T. Is my favorite Torn T counter. So, that takes a clean 60%. And, yeah, it's weakened now. Now it's guaranteed in range for Silv-ally even without an SD, so that's cool. So, now I'm going to go in tag, and I'm going to click Toxic here, and I miss. So, this is big. This is fucking big, and I am sad. Obviously he has 2 C-traps in the back, but he knows that he does, and he knows that I know he does. So I'm gonna click Toxic, expecting Mewnich. That's just a play. He's going Mewnich, and he wants to roost up on this. Well, taunt and then roost up, I suppose. But I don't let that happen because I click Toxic on the switch and I plop him, but no, I miss. So if I got Toxic off on the thing, I could be able to stall it out with Tang P2. Potentially, because he doesn't have knockoff, so P2 can just sit there and obviously take toxic damage, but still wear the thing down for Silv-ally, because that's all I need right now is Silv-ally to be in a winning position. Ferrothorn is still at full, but I don't know his spread, so if he's fully SPDF, I kill him guaranteed a +2. If he's not very physically defensive investment in general, I kill him at +2 with a Life Orb Flame Charge. So that toxic wings was really, really big. But these things happen. I'm gonna, what do I do here? I forget. Click Toxic again in case he wants to not click Taunt and roost up, but no, it wasn't Ferrothorn. I'm gonna take that and just go for the HP fly, get some damage off the thing because I want to weaken it, and he goes for knockoff. So my Rocky Helmet is gone, but he takes some Rocky Helmet damage, and that's all fine and dandy. This turn, I think I go for another Toxic. Do I? I don't remember. Yeah, I go for HP fire, okay. And I think on the flying turn I go for Toxic as he goes Megalovania. I'm not very good at remembering things. Yeah, he goes into Megalovania, I go for Toxic, that's fine. Good plan his end, but I'm just gonna go to a P2, get some regen back on Tangrowth, and just not care about this Megalovania. Like, look at that, 26%. What is damage? As I know he doesn't 2-kill me, so I'm just gonna go fire off the default play, and that's a clean 66%. And right now, he goes into low pony. I should have honestly. Okay, right. I make a good play right here. Going for Toxic in case he fucking hell. In case he were to go into Mewnich. I would have had to make that play if he didn't fucking dodge a Toxic. He would have gone for Tri-Attack there and gotten the kill. Or Recover even. Recover was definitely a very sensible play. Don't know which one I would have gone for, honestly. I'm not gonna claim I do know what I would have gone for. But as it turned out, I'm gonna hit the lob on the switch in, and I'm gonna keep my P2 around. Am I? No, I'm not. I'm a liar. I'm a filthy liar. I'm gonna take off P2 to the jump kick because it was too low to do anything. And I'm gonna go to my Tangrowth. Maybe I should have bluffed the Scarf with Silv-ally, but no, that wouldn't have done anything for me. Never mind, I'm dumb. So I'm just going to Tangrowth, and I'm going to fire off a Leech Seed because it works against everything that isn't Ferrothorn, which I don't think is coming in. So I'll kill the Megalovania with the Leech Seed, and that's all fine and dandy. It's 3-0. Now Mewnich comes in. This is going to be a little annoying. I'm going to try to spam Toxic. I'm hoping he doesn't hit me. He doesn't taunt me, I mean. So yeah, this is going to be skipped. Basically, I tried to spam taunt, hope that he chokes. Because it's the only way I can actually, do anything. But as you can see, this is not going to work out too well for me. As Razor comes in chat and calls me a German masterpiece. I love you, Razor. You're great. And as you can see, Stevie Wonder goes down to Toxic. So he doesn't choke too much, but he doesn't come up with too much health out of this. And right now, I still have the option of relying on him to choke. If he goes for a taunt right here, if he goes for a Toxic even, which is I think is a sensible play to some extent, I win. Potentially. The emphasis is on potentially. I might win. If nothing else, I get another kill, probably. All eventualities. So, yeah. So I'm gonna go for the SD here in case he does choke. I have to bang on choke right here. However, he does just go for return, but for the roost, sorry. But if I get a crit here, I can kill the Manabuzz, and there will be justice, right? No, I don't get a crit. I don't kill the Manabuzz, and he's gonna knock me out with the foul play. And you know what's gonna kill me as soon as I go for the SD. So, yeah. GG Jolt. Very good game. Definitely, I really enjoyed that game. If it wasn't for the hacks, I probably could have won that. Obviously, he would have played differently. I would have played differently, but I would have been in a pretty good position. But you know, it's Pokemon, it's a bad video game, we accept it, it's great, I don't complain, whatever. Yeah, again, GG Jolt, I definitely enjoyed that match. I think it was a very good game, and it should show you what's to come when I have my own team in the NPL or in the PPL, because Jolt is going to be in the PPL next season, and we're going to play again, and it's going to be great. It's going to be a fantastic game, and I think it was a very good game, definitely. I'm looking forward to his side of the commentary, and it's only going to get better when I have my own team, you know? And yeah, that's that. Again, make sure to check out Jolt and all the NPL links in the description below, including these fan servers. Support the Bayern Mewnich, my guys and girls and other people. And yeah, now we get to the trade that I have to mention, I guess. I put in the NPL chat, or the majors chat, hey, anyone wants Silv-ally for a fairy? That'd be cool. And my buddy Zaza was like, yo, God of War for Silv-ally. I was like, yo, let's fucking do it, boys. So I have God of War now, and I'm really happy because I absolutely love God of War. I used it way back in SCL, Shadi's Casual League. I was playing that for like 5 weeks. I loved God of War to death. I think it's a phenomenal Pokemon, incredibly underrated in the format. It gives me a fairy, which I funny fucking have. Jesus Christ. It fills a lot of holes in my team. Which pass, healing wish, heal bell, all that juicy stuff it does for me. Another win con. It's just phenomenal. I love God of War so much. Such a good Pokemon. And I don't think Silv-ally is that great, even though it almost did something this game. You know, Zaz is gonna have fun with that thing. Let's see what he can pull off with that thing. Yeah. And I'm gonna enjoy my time at God of War because I absolutely love that thing, if I haven't said it enough. So, that's it. 38 turns against Jolt. Of course, Jolt took an hour for every turn because it's what he does. God damn it, Jolt. But yeah, tell me what you think of the team that I brought, of the game in general. And yeah, thank you all for watching. Next week, we go up against Rizzy Pow and his Phoenix Sun whatever, Sunfloros? Yeah, Suncurrents are better though. And his Mega Kang. Yeah, it's a power punch, Hypnotoss Mega Kang, everything you want with the Mega Kang, it has it, it's great, I hate my life, it's gonna be great. So, and other threats as well, but you know, those are not as important to mention, so I can get people excited to watch the game. What? So, again, thank you all for watching, make sure to leave a like, leave a comment, leave some nudes, I will appreciate all 3 of those, and hopefully, see you guys next time. Goodbye.